I'm going to try and double up tomorrow to make up for the video that we missed yesterday afternoon. I bought a new refrigerator a few months ago, back in February or March, and the ice maker has never worked. I have been fighting for the past couple of months to get someone out here to fix it or replace it. With these major corporations nowadays, there's just no such thing anymore as customer service. You call and tell them that something needs to be repaired under warranty, they act like you don't even exist. They kept telling me that something was obviously wrong on my end. The fridge is brand new. There is no way it should not be functional. You must have a problem with your water line or the filter. Fuck off, you peasant, you're bothering me. I finally had enough of the bullshit yesterday afternoon, so I went to the store that I bought it from. I sat in that store for 2 hours until they got the situation resolved. Turns out there was a recall on the ice maker. By the time I finished dealing with that garbage, I was ready to go have a drink, so I headed straight downtown to happy hour. So, we will make up for that video we missed yesterday afternoon tomorrow. I need to get into LeBron James. The season premiere of The Shop aired last night on YouTube, and as expected, it was full of racial propaganda. At this point, I would expect nothing less from the King of Queefs. But today, right now, we're going to talk about the person behind the creation of Tran Dan. One of the only women in America walking around with a gas-powered propeller in their pants. The man who goes by he, her pronouns. The first man to win multiple championships in women's swimming at the collegiate level. Ooh, what an accomplishment. Pitting a man against a woman in an athletic event, that's like putting Miranda Kerr against Rachel Levine in a beauty contest. I am talking, of course, about Lia Thomas. As if Lia Thomas hasn't received enough undeserved accolades already. When I was growing up, we used to celebrate winners. We used to celebrate survivors. We used to celebrate people who actually worked hard, reached a level of greatness that very few of us can reach. Today, we celebrate underachievers. We celebrate people who take shortcuts to success. We celebrate propagandists. We celebrate liars. We celebrate victims. Let me show you an example of what I'm talking about. Have you guys ever heard of Alex Stein? Alex Stein is a comedian who goes after social justice warriors. He got his start in the entertainment industry as a contestant on the dating show Sweet Home Alabama. My ex-wife used to watch that show all the time, which is why I recognized him when I saw this video. If I remember correctly, he had a massive meltdown on the show. He was a complete shitfuck while he was on there. Now, looking back at it now, if I had to guess, it was probably all an act. But anyway, the other day, Alex Stein, he was outside of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C., patiently waiting for AOC. She pulled up to the Capitol on her climate-friendly broom, started walking up the steps. Alex Stein approached her. He started talking shit. Watch for yourself.
See, my favorite big booty Latina. I love you, AOC. You're my favorite. She wants to kill babies, but she's still beautiful. You look very beautiful in that dress. You look very sexy. Look at that booty on AOC. That's my favorite big booty Latina.
Why don't you do a little selfie?
I love it. My favorite AOC. Nice to meet you, AOC. Look how sexy she looks in that dress. Woo, I love it, AOC. Hot, hot, hot like a tamale.
Now, compared to what woke shitfucks are doing to our Supreme Court justices right now, defecating on the sidewalk outside their homes, stalking their families at restaurants, I would classify what Alex Stein did to AOC as lighthearted banter, lighthearted heckling. He wasn't threatening her. He wasn't all in her face. Hell, he didn't even say anything rude or disrespectful. We just talked yesterday about certain women being unable to take jokes, always causing a problem with their incessant complaining. AOC is one of those women. Listen to this bullshit.
With these insurrectionists.
Like Antifa?
And that there were actual officers working with this, and we never got to the bottom of that, and we never got any answers about that. And then to this day, we're just supposed to pretend that that never happened.
What about Antifa?
I have no idea what happened to the people on the inside who were very clearly sympathetic with what was going on and opening the doors wide open for that. And I'm supposed to sit here and pretend like none of that ever happened. And then right afterwards, you have a massive, you just have this idea that throwing money at that problem is going to make it go away.
Oh, so now we're concerned about the safety of government officials when it affects you personally. We weren't concerned a couple of weeks ago when it affected conservative Supreme Court justices. We didn't care then. But once it affects AOC, now we're concerned about safety. This is who the mainstream media celebrates. Every media outlet is buying into the AOC as a victim bullshit. That evil white man scared her to death. She was in fear for her life. Oh, I cannot imagine the trauma, the PTSD that she is dealing with. I wake up this morning and the mainstream media is once again celebrating a victim, Lia Thomas. What the fuck is there to celebrate about Lia Thomas? Someone please tell me. What are we celebrating? Are we celebrating the fact that he had the courage to pretend to be a woman? Are we celebrating the fact that he stole a spot in the NCAA Championships from young women who deserved to be there, who worked hard to be there? Last I checked, the law calls stealing theft. Lia Thomas should not be celebrated. He should be in jail. Put him in a cell next to Brittany Griner. They could both benefit from it. Lia Thomas can teach Brittany Griner how to be a man. She can teach him how to be a woman. They could even swap wardrobes. They could exchange body parts. It's a win-win. Brittany walks away with the propeller she's always wanted. Lia walks away with an extra orifice and a cucumber to be used at a later date. It was announced yesterday that the University of Penn has nominated Lia Thomas for the NCAA Woman of the Year award. Now, I'm no biologist. Science has never been my thing. When I was in college, I had to take one science course as an elective to graduate. Every semester I would sign up for it. 2 weeks into the semester, I would drop the class. I don't like science, but I don't need to be a fucking biologist to understand nominees for the Woman of the Year award should be women. This should be a simple concept to grasp. Even though he won the national championship at Georgia, you can't nominate Stetson Bennett for Woman of the Year. He's a dude. It wasn't enough for Lia Thomas to steal a spot from women in swimming. It wasn't enough for him to steal accolades that should have been given to a woman who deserved it. It wasn't enough that the mainstream media has turned Lia Thomas into the ultimate victim instead of the ultimate thief. Now we have to nominate him for an award where he doesn't even meet the most basic qualification. I wonder how Brooke Ford feels now. Her and her shit-fuck daddy, they were vocal in their support of Lazy Lia. I don't mind competing against Lia. I've always wanted to defeat a man in a swimming competition. Plus, Lia should not be discriminated against for her gender dysphoria. Gender dysphoria. Gender dysphoria. Another term I'm tired of hearing about. The Mayo Clinic, they define gender dysphoria as discomfort or distress that occurs in people who can't figure out why they have a dick in their pants. The psychological community, they like to pretend that this is a medical condition. Brooke Ford was also nominated for Woman of the Year. And just like at the NCAA Championships, she's going to lose again to Lia Thomas. There is no fucking way the NCAA does not give Lia Thomas this award. There's just no fucking way around it. Can you imagine the fake outrage they would receive from the mainstream media if they bypassed Lia Thomas and gave this award to an actual woman? The media would crucify the NCAA. This is transphobia. Lia Thomas is the most decorated male athlete in the history of women's sports. They only passed him over because he has a propeller. Like most other awards in the modern era, the NCAA Woman of the Year award is complete bullshit. Awards used to mean something. If you won an ESPY, there was some meaning behind it. You actually achieved something. Now, all you have to do to win an ESPY is trade in your cucumber for a peach, and ESPN will give you the Courage Award. Oh, how courageous. Very few people have the courage to admit God made a mistake with their gender. The Daily Mail, they listed the qualifications for the Woman of the Year award. Now, you would think the most basic qualification would be, you gotta be a woman. Clearly, that's not the case. Each school is allowed to nominate 2 birthing persons. However, the school has certain criteria, certain guidelines they have to follow. These guidelines obviously crafted at Woke U. And by the way, Woke U, they also nominated 2 birthing persons for the Woman of the Year award. They nominated Elle Duncan for her ability to create mythical racism out of any situation. They also nominated Shay Shannon Sharp. Shay, he's been busy the past 12 months. He sent out the most woke mating calls. He even held a contest recently on Twitter, offering up his services to One Lucky Man or non-binary shovel. Woke U is extremely proud of their nominees. Odds makers in Vegas, they have Shay as the shoo-in to win the Woman of the Year award. Now, one of the primary qualifications to be nominated, one of your 2 nominees must be a person of color or they must be an international student. Like I said, the award is complete bullshit. The NCAA doesn't nominate people based on their achievements, based on their accolades. 50% of the nominees are based on how many woke boxes they check. Are they any color other than white? Check. Do they have a birthing person named Mahmoud? Check. Does she possess the ability to grow a beard? Check. Have they been baptized in the woke bath? Check. This is what diversity, equity, and inclusion looks like. You disqualify people that deserve to be rewarded, and you award people who haven't done a fucking thing to earn it. Mark my words. I don't know when this award is going to be given, but mark my words, Lia Thomas will win. Right now, he is the face of so-called transphobia in America. CNN called Lia Thomas the face of the debate on trans Dan participating in women's sports. After the FINA ban, after not being allowed to compete in the Olympics, woke shitfucks, they will gift Lia Thomas this award as sort of a consolation prize. But let me know what you think. A man being nominated for NCAA Woman of the Year. What the hell's going on here? You let me know. Sound off in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, KC_BTL84 on Twitter. I'll see you guys tomorrow.